Thanks everyone for joining today. We'll go ahead and get started. And so first of all, I wanted to talk about our public comment plan for getting us to adoption in September. So the September TPC or September board meeting date is September 16th. And so we will be starting our public comment on August 15th, which works great because that corresponds to putting an ad in the Sunday paper. And so I'll actually share real quick what that looks like. And so we've got this ad, and it'll be in the main section. It's kind of an 8th page ad, so it'll be about 5 by 5. But we are planning to do in-person copies of the plan at the OTO offices, Library Station, Library Center, and then new this year is the Christian County Libraries in Nixon, Ozark, and then we traditionally do the CU Transit Center in the MoDOT Southwest District office. So Brandy and Frank, if there's anything there, just let me know. I just imagine we'd probably do it like the tip, or we just drop it off and have it available if people ask about it. So this QR code takes you to our Destination 2045 website, where we've got information on the plan. And so that's the ad that we're going to be running. And then I wanted to share one thing that we're working on. We're looking at having this be a kind of month-long online public meeting. And we've been working with ArcGIS online with their story maps. And I've got a preview I can show you. We're still loading in some of the information, figuring out some of the quirks to the maps, but I think now that we've got that, it'll just be a matter of plugging everything else in. Let's see. So it's kind of got the ability kind of to navigate to each section if someone wants to get to something specific. But we'll have a link to the full draft plan once we make any additional edits that come from today's meeting. And then a direct link to a survey, but then it's also embedded below. So we thought it'd probably be good to, do a quick kind of introduction to who OTO is, outline of the planning process, looking at our goals, and then this works kind of interesting. We can actually take readers directly to that page in the plan. And so, they have the whole plan document here, but it'll take them directly to that section. And then have information on the prioritization process. And this is where we're starting to fill in. We were having some difficulty getting the pop-ups to work, but now that we've got those, we just need to configure them. And so they'll be able to click in and view information on any of the projects that were in the plan. There's a legend. So we'll have that for the constrained and unconstrained. And then kind of go through some of the additional maps and strategies that we have in the plan. And we're still finalizing. I know we got the model results in the draft plan, but we're still doing some QA/QC on that. And so once that's final, be able to kind of actually see the change there. And then here's the embedded survey. I'll talk about that in just a second. And so then, and then kind of they can get into all the background that went into the plan. I figure probably putting that, kind of give them the meat of the recommendations, and then they can, dig in to some of the other information about the plan. And so that's where we are at with that at the moment. We'll be finalizing all of that today. But real quick, I wanted to, let's see, find the survey. And if you have any feedback on any of this, please just let me know. So the survey, we wanted to keep it really short and simple. I think a lot of times, start to ask too many questions and people give up, or they say they'll get back to it later and then they don't. So we just have 5 questions. 1, which goal is most important to you? We just list out the 5 goals. Select your top 3 priorities from the following statements. So the purpose of this question was to get after some of the competing priorities. Sometimes we, say that there's a trade-off between one decision or another. And so this is just to get at, which of these things that we're recommending in the plan are more important. So we look at projects should be aesthetically pleasing. Projects should reflect the surrounding land use and user needs. There should be more than one way to get around, car, bus, bike, walk. There should be more than one way to get places, having alternate routes in a grid system. Traffic should flow quickly, reducing congestion. Busy roadways should use more medians and fewer driveways to improve traffic flow and safety. Existing roads should be maintained in good condition. Focus should be placed on making sure the freeway system flows freely. Focus should be placed on connecting trails throughout the region. And the region should prepare for future technologies, such as autonomous driving, Hyperloop. And then we ask, are we basically going in the right direction? What did we miss? And do you have any additional comments? So I kind of want to revisit this one. Are there any thoughts on any of those statements or any statements that we've missed making? Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no. So that'll be the survey that we asked. And then on top of all that, we are planning to do a workshop with the board of directors on Tuesday. I believe it's August 24th. Just confirm. Yeah, that is a Tuesday. So August 24th, we're just going to do a workshop with the board to go over everything. Hopefully give them a chance to review the plan before they go to adopt it in September. And then after that, we will, kind of review where we're at in the public comment process. We're looking at the possibility of maybe one live online meeting. I know it's kind of hit and miss on what kind of participation that's had through different organizations that have tried it, but I feel like we should probably have that opportunity. So I'll probably schedule one live meeting somewhere in the middle of the public comment process. And then probably do some, Facebook boosted posts and those sorts of things to try to get the word out also. And then we'll be asking all of our members to help spread the word as well. But we'll give you some information on that probably next week. So that's our public input plan for the next month. Any comments or questions, or Sarah, is there anything you want to add?
Sure seems like a really good public input plan to me.
Okay,
Very
thanks, John.
easy to navigate and lots of options for folks, and yeah, looks good.
Thanks. Yeah, we were hoping the story map might give a way to provide some information on the plan without someone having to read all the pages. It's really the appendices that make it long, I promise. Okay. So if there's no other comments on the public comment plan, we did want to give each member an opportunity to provide feedback. So because I just got the email this morning, I'm going to start with Jeremy, and I'll actually just share his email. Let's see. So Jeremy, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about these, or I can just go over them. It looks like it's mostly just some typos, and then clarifying that the boat ramp at Finley Park is also a conservation area. I don't know that that showed up on their map, so we'll have to maybe let them know that too. But yeah, we can definitely add that.
That's all I've got, Natasha. I just very minor stuff, and then yeah, it's shown as Turner's Landing down there at the Finley River Park, and it shows up as a conservation area. But I did hear that it was a lease that recently came up to be renewed, so I don't know if it. I'm almost positive that should be a conservation / public use area. So
Okay.
That's all I've got. Otherwise, everything looks great.
Okay, thank you. Did you finally find a rainy weekend to read it?
No. Of course, I had to do it last night because, I'm a planner.
Right. Okay, well, we'll just continue to go around. Frank or Zeke, are there any comments from MoDOT's perspective at this point? I know it is officially submitted for review through Brittany up in Jefferson City. But if the district has any comments.
I'll let Zeke respond on his own. I don't have any comments yet. I think it looks pretty good. I asked Brittany, who cannot attend this, if she had reviewed it yet, and she just said she'd made a very cursory review so far. So she may have some more comments to follow up on. And then we don't know of any comments from the FTA or FHWA partners.
Okay. Thanks. Brandy or Matt, any comments from CU Transit?
We do not have any comments.
Okay. Don or Tom or Kirk, anything from Springfield?
I don't have any comments at this time.
Okay. Adam, any comments from Greene County?
Nothing from Greene County, no comments.
Okay, and I think Ashwarya, I didn't know if you had a chance to review anything, or if there was anything kind of from that more larger region perspective.
Oh, no, I do not have any comments further.
Okay. Well, great. And is there anyone that I've missed? I see that Tommy from Battlefield hopped off. So right before I was going to call on him too. So he must not have had any comments. Okay. So if there's anyone else I missed, I think I called on everyone. All right, well, thank you, everyone. And thanks, Jeremy, for catching those spots that we can easily fix. It's always nice to know that you're not going to mess with your pagination too much when you're making changes. So, and then what we'll do when we get our comments back from FTA and FHWA, and if MoDOT has any additional comments, hopefully we'll get those before we meet with the TPC next week. But even if we don't, we'll share those as soon as we get them and make those any adjustments as necessary there. And then obviously the board will have that chance for feedback in August ahead of taking it to the board in September. So we had on the agenda approval of any proposed changes and then a motion to recommend the plan. Since I think the only changes we've got at this point are just, those few updates that Jeremy shared. Perhaps we just do a motion to recommend the plan to the TPC, incorporating those fixes. If someone would like to make that motion.
I'll make that motion to approve the plan.
Thanks, John.
I'll second that. Kirk Jaranis.
Okay. Then I guess let's just, we'll just go around and do a roll call since this is an actual recommendation to the TPC. So John, how do you vote?
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Brandy.
Yes.
Aishwarya,
Yes.
Dawn,
Yes.
Adam,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Matt,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Zeke,
Yes.
and Kirk.
Yes.
Okay. Well, great, and thank you, everyone. And we'll be following up with how you guys can help us get the word out for public comment. And I know COVID's kind of put a twist on things through this whole process, but I appreciate everyone being with us and getting us to this point. So any other closing comments, or Sarah, anything you want to add?
Just thanks, Jeremy, for reading it.
Yeah.
Well, sorry I did it last minute like everything else I do.
That still counts.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks, everyone. That was a quick meeting. I don't know that we'll need to get back together in this capacity for this purpose again. Otherwise, we'll see everyone at the TPC meeting next Wednesday. Thanks.
All right. Thank
Good
you.
job, Natasha.
Thank you.
Thank you.